The fiery feasts and quips of Sir Crumbsly the Bold. Once upon a time, in the quaint little village of Nibbleton, there lived a peculiar fellow named Sir Crumbsly, a knight renowned not for his bravery, but for his uncanny ability to snack at the most inappropriate times. One day, as Sir Crumbsly was enjoying a hefty wedge of cheese atop his trusty steed, Butterbiscuit, a royal messenger, arrived with a dire warning. "The kingdom is in peril. A fearsome dragon named Dragonflame Ace is demanding tribute, or he'll scorch our fields to ash. The king has summoned the bravest knights to the castle. Are you in?" Sir Crumbsly, with a crumb of cheese dangling from his moustache, leaned forward dramatically on Butterbiscuit. "A quest, you say?" he mused, stroking his crumb-coated chin. "But tell me, good messenger, what fuel is a knight to fight a dragon on if his belly is as barren as a winter field? Surely the king wouldn't send his finest knight into peril without provisions of the highest order." The messenger, a wiry lad who looked as though he'd never known the joy of second breakfast, hesitated. "Well, Sir Crumbsly, the king did not mention—" "Say no more," interrupted Sir Crumbsly, holding up a sausage finger. "I shall negotiate my terms with His Majesty directly. Butterbiscuit to the castle." Butterbiscuit neighed, more interested in the biscuit crumbs than the drama, and the two trotted off. Upon arriving at the castle, Sir Crumbsly found himself before the king, who sat on his grand throne, surrounded by nervous courtiers. "Ah, Sir Crumbsly," boomed the king, "are you ready to face Dragonflame Ace?" "Indeed, your Majesty," replied Sir Crumbsly with a deep bow. "But a man must have strength to face such peril. I propose a deal. In exchange for my heroic service, I require the following. First, 5 of your finest knights. They must be skilled, brave, and capable of wielding both sword and spoon, as company is essential during a perilous quest. Second, a bag of gold, not for myself, of course, but to soothe the dragon's fiery mood. Dragons are notoriously bad with budgeting, you see. And third, a bag of silver, for snacks along the way. I can't possibly defeat a dragon on an empty stomach, can I?" The king leaned back, clearly torn between admiration and exasperation. After a long pause, he finally said, "Very well, Sir Crumbsly. You shall have your 5 finest knights and the bags of gold and silver. But if you fail—" "Fail?" Sir Crumbsly interrupted with a laugh. "When has a man ever failed with snacks in hand and good company by his side?" With the king's reluctant blessing, Sir Crumbsly prepared for his journey. The knights he chose were an unusual bunch. Sir Beefington the Bold, Zrania, a burly knight with arms like tree trunks, Lady Shanksalot, Zrania, a swift and sharp-witted swordswoman, Sir Sizzle of Baconshire, Zrania, known for his cooking skills as much as his combat prowess. The Silent Knight, the person who communicated only through dramatic eyebrow raises. Sir Chuckles, the joker whose humour could lighten any grim situation or annoy everyone endlessly. The knights gathered in the grand hall, where Sir Crumbsly addressed them. "Loyal knights, our task is perilous. Dragonflame Ace is fierce, but with courage, cunning, and a few well-timed snack breaks, victory shall be ours." The knights, however, had mixed reactions. Sir Beefington grunted approvingly while polishing his enormous mace. Lady Shanksalot rolled her eyes but smirked, curious about this odd leader. Sir Sizzle clapped his hands. "Snacks? Say no more, I'll pack my skillet." The Silent Knight gave a single nod, his brow furrowed in stoic determination. Sir Chuckles snorted. "I hope the dragon likes knock-knock jokes." With his peculiar band of warriors assembled, Sir Crumbsly loaded Butterbiscuit with the bags of gold, silver, and enough snacks to feed an army. "To the dragon's lair," Sir Crumbsly announced, leading the knights out of the castle gates. On the way, they encountered an unexpected obstacle, the vast, glittering palace of Bonnie the Buxom Ass Princess of the Food Halls, Zrania, a legendary gourmand whose palace stood as both a tribute to indulgence and a challenge to any who sought to pass. Known for testing travellers with her infamous culinary duels, Bonnie's lair was as much an arena as it was a feast hall. The knights knew they could not bypass her domain without confronting her fiery spirit and appetite for competition. Above its gates hung a golden banner reading, "Welcome to Bonnie's Grand Food Halls. Feast or be famished." Sir Crumbsly halted Butterbiscuit, his nose twitching at the tantalising aroma of roasted meats and fresh-baked pastries. Hold! Something far more critical than a dragon lies ahead. Sustenance. Onward, noble knights. We must investigate. Inside the hall stood Bonnie, Xerania, a woman whose sheer presence seemed to occupy both the room and your imagination, as commanding as the globe itself, and blazing with the fierce energy of an Ares in their prime. Her fierce demeanour was matched only by her stature. Her rounded form was both majestic and formidable, often mistaken for an elaborate throne by those too hasty to glance twice. She was clad in a dress of shimmering aprons and crowned with baguettes. Her voice boomed. Sir Crumbsly, never one to miss an opportunity for a quip, adjusted his belt and muttered, "Bonnie, you're so grand. I'll bet the furniture unionised just to get hazard pay." Bonnie raised a single brow, but remained unfazed as Sir Crumbsly continued. "If I had a gold coin for every curve you've got, I'd be rich enough to retire from this quest and open my own snack palace." The knights exchanged glances, and Sir Chuckles added under his breath, "Careful, Crumbsly. You might end up as the next snack. Who dares step into my halls without offering tribute of flavour? You may pass only if you best me in the most sacred of challenges, a snack-off. Should you fail, your entire party will remain here, bound to my kitchens, forever preparing my meals." Sir Crumbsly's eyes widened. "A snack-off? Madam, you've found your match. I accept your challenge," he quipped, straightening his hat with a dramatic flourish. "By the way, Bonnie, when you walk into a room, do chairs file for early retirement?" Bonnie raised a brow, unfazed, as Sir Crumbsly continued, "If I had a coin for every curve you've got, I'd have enough to buy my own kingdom, and probably some snacks for the road." From the corner, Sir Chuckles muttered, "I've seen tables with fewer curves," earning a disapproving eyebrow from the silent knight. Crumbsly shot him a grin. "Chuckles, careful now. We're standing before the real queen of punchlines." Bonnie's conditions were simple. Each side must prepare a dish from a random basket of ingredients. A panel of impartial goats, known for their unyielding palates, would judge the winner. The basket contained pickled herring, chocolate truffles, cabbage, and honeycomb. The knight sprang into action. Sir Sizzle whipped out his skillet. "Leave it to me, lads and lass. Cooking's in my blood." Lady Shanks-a-Lot diced cabbage with lightning speed, grumbling, "A snack-off? This is ridiculous." Sir Beefington smashed the herring flat with his mace. "Tenderize, tenderize." Sir Chuckles attempted to juggle the ingredients, only to get a honeycomb stuck in his hair. The silent knight raised a sceptical eyebrow, but arranged the truffles in an elegant spiral. Under Sir Crumbsly's direction, their concoction became a bizarrely delicious masterpiece. The goats tasted the dishes with dramatic flair, each letting out a contented "bah" after sampling. The leader of the goats bleated, "It is decided. The knights of Sir Crumbsly have triumphed. Their dish is truly divine." Bonnie, though defeated, laughed heartily. "Well done, Sir Crumbsly and company. As promised, you may pass. But take this." She handed them a mysterious bottle labelled "Dragon-Repelling Hot Sauce." "It might just come in handy." Sir Crumbsly bowed graciously. "Thank you, Bonnie, and fear not, I'll return for seconds." When they finally reached the fiery precipice of Dragonflame Ace's lair, the dragon lounged on a pile of gold, his turquoise scales glinting. He let out a smoky yawn. "Who dares disturb my rest?" Dragonflame Ace bellowed. Sir Crumbsly, undeterred, stepped forward with the mysterious bottle of hot sauce behind his back. "O mighty Dragonflame Ace, we come not to fight but to feast. For surely a creature as grand as you has a refined palate deserving of only the spiciest, most flavourful delights." The dragon cocked his head. "A feast, you say? What's the catch?" "No catch," Sir Crumbsly exclaimed. "Only a friendly wager. If you can handle this sauce, a brew so potent it's called the Inferno of Kings, we will leave you in peace. But if you cannot, you must promise to leave the kingdom and never darken our skies again." The dragon snorted. "You think I cannot handle spice? I'm a dragon. I breathe fire. Your challenge is foolish, but I accept. The knights scrambled to set up the trap. Sir Sizzle poured the entire bottle of hot sauce into a goblet, adding crushed chili peppers for extra flair. Sir Chuckles distracted the dragon with a knock-knock joke, while Butter Biscuit accidentally knocked over a sack of gold to entice the dragon's attention. "Here it is," Sir Crumbsly announced, presenting the goblet with a flourish. "Drink deeply, O mighty one, and show us your fiery resolve." The dragon snatched the goblet and downed its contents in one gulp. For a moment there was silence. Then, Dragonflame Ace's eyes widened, his scales flushed red, and steam began to billow from his nostrils. "Hot! Hot!" he roared, flapping his wings in panic. His tail thrashed, sending coins flying, and he raced out of the lair to find a stream to quench the unbearable heat. "Victory!" Sir Crumbsly shouted, raising a fist in triumph. The knights cheered as the dragon disappeared over the horizon, wailing about the infernal heat. With the kingdom saved and the treasure left behind, Sir Crumbsly and his companions returned home as heroes. The king was overjoyed, though slightly perplexed when Sir Crumbsly requested to store a portion of the treasure in the royal pantry for emergencies. And so the legend of Sir Crumbsly and the dragon-repelling hot sauce became a tale of cunning and culinary bravery, retold in every tavern across the land. Butter Biscuit, of course, got extra biscuits for a job well done. The end.